Salute all my semen retention family. Salute to my brothers elevating higher, keeping this thing going for you. I got a interesting show for you today. Some of you guys might be mad at me, or not. Um, I've been out for a couple of days. I've been traveling. I'm here in Atlanta now. Some crazy shit popping off here, man. Uh, Not as wild as you're seeing on the internet or Facebook, but it's still pretty wild here. There's been a couple of deaths since I've been back, so it's insane. You know, keep yourself guarded, protected. Um, and again, before I start the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Got an interesting vid for you today. Uh, and what I want to tell you is I relapsed. Yeah, I relapsed. Um, and it was a test relapse. I did it. I relapsed for about 3 days, maybe 3 or 4 days. I went hard on a relapse, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys because I don't have anything to hide. I relapsed for about 3 or 4 days hard, and the reason I relapsed was to see what type of effect it would have on my body and my mind. Um, because I'm a chronic overthinker, uh, just uh, you know that's been an issue that I suffered with since my youth. Overthinking, a lot of depression, mood swings and shit. You know, all the stuff that that um, fapping causes or whatever, and other stuff is hereditary. It comes through your bloodline. But the reason I did it was to see how my mind would react and my body would react to uh, me losing semen. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. On on day one when I did it, after I did it, I didn't feel depressed and shitty, and those thoughts that you usually get after you release. Uh, I didn't feel like a shitty person, and low vibrational entities were just jumping on my head and my body and holding me down and shit. None of that happened. I still felt pretty good. Second day, felt pretty good. I noticed some thoughts were coming in, some random negative thoughts and things were coming in. But the third day is when uh, I guess that's my breaking point. The third day is when I started to feel sluggish. I began to feel a little bit depressed, um, shitty a little bit. So I would say around day 3 or 4. Uh, that's probably my breaking point or whatever. But again, like I said, I only did it as a test. I had zero desire. I had zero desire to release. I was not feeling horny. Um, I had I wasn't I had no strong urge to watch porn or anything like that. The only reason that I did this was to test my body and my mind. Um, I could have continued on the path, but you know, you have to test yourself. I mean, for me on my journey, nobody's perfect. For some of you guys that have issues relapsing, you know the methods. Take a cold shower, blase blase. Stay busy. Those sorts of things. But for me, I had to force myself. I had to force myself to relapse because my body didn't want to do it, and my mind didn't want to do it. I was just like, this is bullshit. Um, so my thing is, you have to know your body. I'm starting over again. Whatever. Day one it is what it is. But get to. I know how to complete 100 days easy because I know the method. And the method is to stay active, stay doing something. You have to fill your day up with productivity So when at night or whatever, when you get alone, your mind can replay those thoughts of you being active throughout the day. If you had nothing to do, if you were lazy and procrastinate, then your mind can pull thoughts from uh, other negative gateways. You know, so that's the method. Because here's the thing: you go 20, 30 days. You got to do 20 to 30 days for the brain to start reprogramming itself. So you have to say no. Basically, you have to resist temptation for 20 to 30 days for your brain to rewire itself, and then it gets easier. So then 100 days ain't nothing for you. Then you go 200 days, then you go a whole year. It's easy. But I'm just letting you guys know this because I want to be honest and transparent with you guys about everything. Yes, I did relapse, but I did it on purpose. It was to test my body. I did it by my own will. Wasn't no low there wasn't no low vibrational uh, entities forcing me to do it or anything like that. I did it on my own to test myself. So I know now that, you know, a day or something of me doing that, if I get a desire to do it, it's not going to hurt me. But if I get into 3 and 4 days, then it can become a chronic thing.